Hello, Pastor Mike here from Truth Baptist Church at Dapitan here in the Philippines, and I'm making this video at the urging of a friend and fellow missionary about an opportunity that God has opened for us to purchase an additional piece of property directly across the street from our church. This actually came available probably back in June or May, and I've just been kind of waiting to see if God would move, if God would open the door, because it would be a perfect fit. And it seems like God is moving. A friend of a friend, I don't know who he is, but a friend of a friend has expressed an interest in helping us purchase this property. It's about 5 times the size of our current property here. Our current property is about a little more than 1/10 of an acre. This property is a little more, I think, than half an acre. When we bought this property 2 to 3 years ago, we knew even then it wasn't going to be big enough for long-term growth. But God's guidance was very, very clear. So we stepped out on faith, and a lot of good people helped us. We purchased the property knowing we couldn't grow very much. And already we're running into limitations, particularly in the area of Sunday school. I have sincerely considered putting a primary children's class on the floor right here in the hallway to our changing room. The big problem with that is the pastor, and it's not fair for anybody to try to compete with my style of teaching and preaching. So we try to keep the classes away from me, because no matter how hard I try, I tend to drown everybody out. Okay, so here's where we are right now. A friend of our ministry who was aware of this opportunity, he messaged me a few months ago and asked about our financial needs, and I mentioned to him this opportunity, so he reached out to some friends, and last week he let me know that he is a friend who is interested in helping us purchase this property. The exact words were he was willing to pay a significant portion of the property. So he asked me to check with some of our friends and supporters back in the States and see how many people might be willing to help us, and see how much money we could raise from other sources to buy the property across the street here. Here's the benefit of the current property. Typically, around this area, you'll pay about 6,000 pesos per square meter or more. We paid 5,900 here. A neighbor of ours paid 7,000 per square meter. Across the street, because it is a bank foreclosure, they're asking 2,000 pesos per square meter. I haven't seen property that cheap in years anywhere near us, and God just so happened to put it directly across the street. I don't ever want to run ahead of God, but it does feel like God is working and there's something He's trying to do here. And so I'm just putting it out there. If this is something that perhaps you feel God would have you to help us with, it would help me immensely if you could let us know, so I could give some hard numbers to this, for lack of a better term, potential donor, this friend who's looking at helping us, so we could make some solid decisions going forward. Thank you very much for your prayers for our ministry. Thank you for those of you who support us faithfully. It's a wonderful opportunity. I believe God is working, and I hope at the very least you'll pray for us that God would give clear guidance, and if it is His will, that He would bring this to pass. Thank you very much. Have a great day.